This staircase is a tree, and this tree is a staircase, and this place is so weird. Someone please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody's home. The latch is broken on this door. Seems I can fix it with those 3 congs if I just put them in the right place. Once they're on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door. Perfect. I am amazing.
You just walked straight into my house, did you?
Sorry, I would have rung the bell, but you don't have one.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention, but I can make exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people like to leave me alone. But I don't think you're going to, are you?
No. I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
I'm Detective Grimoire, and I think I might agree with you. What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born. And I have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
I've been here longer than anyone. Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like numbers.
60 years, something like that.
What have you been doing for that time? If you don't mind me asking.
I have many reasons to be here, but I won't bore you with all the details of my life.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area. I've learned many things from them.
Now, what about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set, but if you bring me an object that has liquid on it, or inside it, I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
Wow, how do you do that?
Chemistry. I have nothing good to say about that man, so I won't say anything at all. You can put that away. I can't help you with it. No, thank you. If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you. You can put that away. I can't help you with it. They're samples of flowers that grow in this area. 2 of them you don't see very much anymore, and 1 of them only grows around the museum. Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
Oh, that sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
What else?
That's it.
Thanks. Just give me a minute to write all this down. A little blanket on a little bed in a little house. It makes very little sense. There's a whole load of needles and wool on that shelf. Or should I say yarn? I just don't know anymore. Check out that sunlight beaming through the window. It's so bright I should have brought my sunglasses. There's a book on the table. I think it's a book about flowers. How fascinating. I must take some time to read it. The tree comes straight through the middle of the house. It even has little drawers carved into it. Okay, even I'll admit, that's pretty cool. This is like an oven? Or is it just a boiler? It's so old-fashioned it hurts my brain. Predictably, a trash can, and I just can't resist taking a look inside. The glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here. Or something more sinister. Are we really talking about a swamp creature here? Burrow's black and white photo I brought with me disproves what the costume design ever existed. I don't get it. costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo was doing last night. Maybe I just need to change one thing. The costume design I found in the trash can explains what the Boggy character was doing last night. I'm losing my mind here. Did the real creature show up last night? The costume design I found in the trash can explains what the swamp creature was doing last night. Oh, that doesn't make sense, does it? The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in. That black and white photograph. I'm not sure I'm looking at the real Boggy here, and I think these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer. I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
I have something for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on that office door.
Remington's office?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service. Well, kind of. You're a suspect too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How did you know my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits. But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward. Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure, but I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in the trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Not yet. I don't know very much about them. You have a lot of suspects on that list. I don't know what to say. You're going to ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to. Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening. I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton staff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make. The bog dog. He ate one nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice. Try it.
It looks like... Well, I'll try some later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently. I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday? Hopper was the reason that Richard Remington sold him a bog dog. I'm losing my mind. Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper sold him some swamp juice. Why did Remington rush back to his office? Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper sold him a bog dog. Hopper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
Why don't you show that to someone else? You don't know everything, I'm afraid. I can't help you with that one. Sorry. Why don't you show that to someone else? He's dead, but he always knew what he was getting involved with. You don't know everything, I'm afraid. It's the most popular drink that I sell. In fact, a lot of it has disappeared from my stocks recently. It was Mr. Remington's favorite food. That strange green powder isn't supposed to be there.
I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it? A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
Water everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Seriously, I'm not drinking that. Grass, trees, nothing unusual. I found these designs for a boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
No, but that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft. My livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron, then tap the faucet. And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients. That's not... Come on, Grimoire. Come on, Grimoire. Come on. Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes.
You can put that away. I can... No, thank you.
I found these designs for a costume, a boggy costume.
The legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
But these are just a child's drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell.
I found these...
I'm sorry, I have not seen that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? That's the food I saw Mr. Remington eating at the cafe last night.
Before he got ill and rushed back to his office?
That's right.
This is going down in my notebook. It might be important.
That's great. Vincent's work, I see. I'm glad he knows how to use the camera at least.
What do you think all those noises are?
Well, judging by the time this was recorded, I'd be able to make a pretty good guess. You should ask someone else. The famous director. and my friend. Try showing it to somebody different.
What can you tell me about these designs for a boggy costume?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend, there will be no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera. I can assure you that.
What about your boggy movie? Isn't that gonna be, like, a guy in a costume, or a puppet, or one of those weird robot things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery. I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer. Much cheaper, too.
Huh.
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection. You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important. If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will... I don't really have time to... You want me to sign a photograph for you? I'm a busy man, and this doesn't look like it's worth my time.
There's a narrow path here. It doesn't look...
Oh?
Even though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped. This door has 2 keyholes. So, which key should I use in each one? An old hunting rifle, discarded carelessly near the window. This isn't the kind of thing I can ignore. Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy. He was obsessed. An ink bottle was spilled into his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings. It's a note addressed to Richard Remington. The handwriting is immaculate. Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF. And attached is a blurry little picture. It's some kind of metallic insect. The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea. Vincent Vanderpeer's business card. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. It's a letter Remington before something caused him to spill his ink bottle. My dear fellow, I received your note 2 weeks ago, but I've only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close, all due to the simple realization, the rest is obscured. What a tease. Photos and paintings line the wall above the fireplace, but one of the frames is empty. Wait a second. What are these pieces on the floor underneath it? This photo is ripped, but it looks important. If I can piece it together again, maybe it'll reveal a secret. This photograph. And it's a young Remington. And then some other men I don't know. They're all holding rifles. Maybe I can ask Harper about it. The open window looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off. These animals... They're not... I don't recognize any of them. I probably shouldn't leave until I've searched a bit more thoroughly. The open window... Oh. I don't know what's in that jar, and I wish it wasn't in there. I'm gonna stop looking at it now. It's a sharp metal poker for a fireplace, hidden in the shadows. Something about those three prongs. I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly important piece of evidence. Have I uncovered a secret in here? Those footprints explains why the hunting rifle was found at the crime scene. The hunting rifle shouldn't be the reason Remington's desk was found at the crime scene. What is that? The hunting rifle shouldn't be the reason Remington's desk murdered the victim. I don't get it. There's something about Mr. Remington. Richard Remington explains why the hunting rifle was found at the crime scene. What is that supposed to mean? The costume design explains why those footprints was found at the crime scene. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Richard Remington explains why the hunting rifle was found at the crime scene. What is that supposed to mean? Something in Remington's history. The hunting photo explains why the hunting rifle was found at the crime scene. The hunting photo shouldn't be the reason the hunting rifle was found at the crime scene. Oh, the hunting photo is historical evidence that the hunting rifle was found at the crime scene. I don't get it. Seriously. costume design disproves that the hunting rifle murdered the victim. Oh, that doesn't make sense, does it? Those footprints disproves that the hunting rifle murdered the victim. Oh, that the hunting photo disproves that the hunting rifle murdered the victim. I'm losing my mind here. All the suspects shouldn't be the reason the hunting photo was found at the crime scene. Oh, that doesn't make... The hunting rifle is historical evidence that the hunting photo was found at the crime scene. What is that supposed... Remington's desk is historical evidence that the hunting rifle murdered the victim. What is that supposed... Remington's desk disproves that the hunting rifle murdered the victim. I'm losing my mind. Remington's desk shouldn't be the reason the hunting rifle murdered the victim. I don't get it.